As this price channel has been developing, we've just, of course, it is a downward sloping price channel. It is a bearish price channel. It is a downtrend. And every time we find support, it becomes new resistance. Just like the major support level of the descending triangle, this area did become resistance here off of that major 42% pump that we saw. And then we trended down and we created lower lows. Now we found some resistance here, and that was of course the support of this previous area right here. So you see, we see support continuously become resistance all the way down this price channel. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin Svenson, and today we're going to be talking about the price of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin did get a bounce above the falling wedge pattern that we were talking about in yesterday's video. Although Bitcoin is starting to see rejection off of the heartline of the downward sloping price channel. Bitcoin has not yet created higher highs, but we are making a little bit of bullish progress in the short term. And for those of you who don't know, the platform that I use in all my videos and for my analysis and for all my trading is the CryptoWatch platform. Definitely click that link below and sign up with the platform right now. Now let's get started on the Bitcoin analysis. Right now I'm on the CryptoWatch homepage. If I scroll down and I click on view asset card list, it'll bring me to the page that shows me what all the top cryptos are looking like right now. Bitcoin is currently up about 6%, trading just below 7,100. And of course, all the top altcoins are following Bitcoin to the upside. So things are looking pretty good here in the past 24 hours. Bitcoin is currently trending above the downward sloping resistance line of the falling wedge pattern that we were discussing in yesterday's video. One of the things I discussed in yesterday's video was that if Bitcoin could rally above our resistance, right, that would be your first confirmation that we would be breaking resistance. The second confirmation would be a bounce off of the resistance level as new support, right? And so right now I'm waiting for that second confirmation using that previous resistance as support. Currently, we've had our first confirmation of a resistance break. Our second confirmation is going to be getting a nice bounce off this level. And then of course, continuing to see higher lows off of this region. That would be pretty good bullish confirmation that we're at least looking for some bullish moves in the short term. Overall, Bitcoin has only seen lower lows and lower highs. Even with this nice bounce that we saw yesterday, of course, a lot of people yesterday were getting quite excited off of this move here. The interesting thing about it is that we actually did not create a higher high. It's actually a lower high. So Bitcoin is still seeing lower lows and lower highs. Now, another thing to look at that is very important right now is the heartline of the downward sloping price channel. Now, of course, guys, in the short term, I was talking about this falling wedge pattern, which we are seeing bullish progress above this resistance. And, we're looking to create new support now along that downward sloping resistance. Although, if you look at the price channel that Bitcoin has been trading in since, June, July, this is a pretty key thing to keep in mind here, guys. For the entire second half of 2019, we have stayed within this downward sloping price channel. Whenever we test the downside of this price channel, we end up testing back up to resistance. When we find some lows here in the price channel, we end up testing back to resistance. And right now we're finding lows again. So the question is, are we going to test back up to resistance again? Or are we going to find more rejection here along the heartline? Bitcoin has seen rejection along the heartline of the price channel multiple times now. We also used it as a little bit of support here, but currently Bitcoin is looking, using this as resistance right now. You can see we're getting pretty clear rejection off of this point 1, 2, 3 areas here. We're just getting consistent resistance off of the heartline of the price channel. Just like we've seen before, once you get a pivot above the heartline of the price channel, generally we do retest the top side of the price channel, the downward sloping resistance. So if Bitcoin is able to make bullish progress here, if Bitcoin can, bounce off of the resistance of the falling wedge, and then of course break above the heartline of the price channel and create a higher high here, your target at that point, depending on how quickly Bitcoin, actually ranges up, would be coming in closer to about 8,000, anywhere from, 8,050 to just below 8,000 or 7,800. That would be your target if Bitcoin can pivot above the heartline of the price channel. Now, of course, that's your upside target. And you would be fighting this previous resistance right here. As this price channel has been developing, we've just, of course, it is a downward sloping price channel. It is a bearish price channel. It is a downtrend. And every time we find support, it becomes new resistance. Just like the major support level of the descending triangle, this area did become resistance here off of that major 42% pump that we saw. and then we trended down and we created lower lows. Now we found some resistance here, and that was of course the support of this previous area right here. So you see, we see support continuously become resistance all the way down this price channel. What the bulls don't want to see right now is previous support become resistance again. This would be very bad for Bitcoin. I mean, at that point, testing the bottom side of the price channel again, we would be sitting at prices like $5,400. The way that I see it is that if Bitcoin can rally off of 6,400 and break above the downward sloping resistance of the price channel, we still have a chance to trade sideways and create some higher lows and remain bullish overall going into the halving. But if we break below 6,400, this area right here, this is some long-term market structure for Bitcoin. This is, if we can't hold this level and Bitcoin breaks below the price channel again, and, we test below 6,000, if we test below 6,000, 6,400, the market would get very damaged at that point. Although, of course, really all that would happen would be that we're entering a trader's market. So there would still be tons of opportunity in crypto. We just wouldn't be, it would just be a break of the long-term growth pattern, and the stock to flow model would become irrelevant. But of course, guys, this is only if we break below 6,000, 6,400 and start testing below major market structure. Something else to keep an eye on right now, something else that is has been very useful for me in the past, is the parabolic stop and reverse indicator here on the weekly chart. Right, we're going to take a look at the parabolic stop and reverse on the weekly chart. This is very, very helpful, guys, for indicating trend reversals. Just looking at the weekly chart, the parabolic stop and reverse indicator on the weekly chart, whenever you see a major pivot from the bullish side to the bearish side here, and we start trending down, this does usually indicate a strong reversal. That's an imminent strong reversal. Same with this area right here, imminent strong reversal point. And if we can see a flip here on the parabolic stop and reverse indicator and start trending up, then that could actually mean that Bitcoin is looking to at least trade sideways and is potentially getting a trend reversal. And this could mean that Bitcoin is looking for a healthy halving period. So this is another key indicator to look at, is the parabolic stop and reverse indicator on the weekly chart. Definitely keep this one in mind. If we can get a nice reversal on the parabolic stop and reverse indicator and continue to trend to the bullish side, then this would be a good sign for Bitcoin. Overall, of course, people are wondering, am I bullish, am I bearish? Well, right now, Bitcoin is on a downtrend, and as they say, the trend is your friend until we break the trend. I've explained a lot of things that I'm looking for in this video. The main thing that we really need to look for at this point is Bitcoin breaking above our price channel. If Bitcoin can actually, trend above the downward sloping resistance, breaking above, this 8,000 level, I would get a lot more bullish at that point. And if from a weekly perspective, if Bitcoin can actually create higher highs, right? So if Bitcoin can actually start trending up in this area and break above that historic $10,000 level, this level is pretty important for Bitcoin to get above. If Bitcoin, from a macro perspective, if we get above 10,000, this is a macro higher high. And that is, that is a major bullish signal. So what I'm looking for right now is for Bitcoin to break above the downward sloping resistance, break above the downward sloping price channel and above our downward sloping resistance, and start creating higher lows. We have not created higher lows yet, so I can't really be bullish on Bitcoin until we create higher lows and higher highs. And break above the price channel. Once we break above this price channel, I become much more bullish. If we start creating higher lows on the weekly chart, I'm much more bullish. And once we get above that 10,000 level and create a macro higher high, I become extremely bullish, and I look for Bitcoin to actually retest 20,000. But of course, right now, guys, we are still stuck in the price channel. And as long as we stay within the price channel, we're going to be looking for much lower prices. But that is just how I'm seeing the charts right now. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, definitely hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Be sure to sign up with the CryptoWatch platform using that link below, and I will see you all in the next video.